VTubers. What is a VTuber? VTuber, meaning virtual tuber, is the program used for government, construction, and irrigation companies to determine the tubers required for new builds. They use virtual tuber to construct a 3D representation to determine what the tube systems will look like and how long it will take for them to finish. What? Virtual YouTuber. What the hell is that? VTubers kind of feel like they came out of nowhere, don't they? Well, due to good old COVID-19 and the pandemic, no one could go anywhere for indiscriminate amounts of time. So, what did the internet collectively do? We'll begin to Omega Simp for anime girls playing video games, of course. Now, it's easy to say that's where VTubers came from, but that's not quite correct. The first VTuber was actually, technically, Ami Yamato, who was a London-based vlogger who was originally from Japan. She began her career in 2011 and is the first VTuber in a sense. While Ami may have been the first, Hatsune Miku, which I'm sure is a name you recognize if you know anything about the VTubing or anime sphere, was the first to really popularize 2D in place of 3D. Miku was first introduced in 2007 and is widely regarded as the first real VTuber. She does pretty much exclusively music videos, which are uploaded to YouTube, but what I'm talking about is the modern iteration of VTubers. While Miku may have been the beginning, the next one to explode onto the scene was Kizuna Ai. November 2016 is when Kizuna Ai first came online, and she quickly blew up because she was a real first. But wait, that's not right, right? You're right in thinking, right, that's not right because it's not right. But Kizuna Ai is who started the current trend. Although, to be honest, it was a while before it really caught on. She was the first to be a mainstay in the VTubing community, and actually she's been on an indefinite hiatus as of February 26, 2022, which I didn't actually know until I was doing research for this video. Kizuna Ai became popular in Japan as she is Japanese based, but she actually broke through to the West as well. I remember years ago she was in my recommendations and I wasn't aware of her at all. The current slew of VTubers though are actually super multicultural. Some of the biggest are from predominantly non-English speaking countries. There's no way we can go into the current generation of VTubers without at least touching on the company who brought them to the world, Hololive Production. Talk about printing money. Hololive were releasing batches of VTubers year over year from as early as 2017, all doing different things. The vast majority of them have YouTube channels that still have consistent uploads even years later, and many of the first, second, and third generation channels have over 1 million subscribers at the time of writing. I think the lowest I saw was 750,000, and that's nuts! But all of them have other ventures as well, whether it be TikTok accounts, the Chinese app called Bilibili, which I had no idea was that big, and of course Twitch, most of them doing the majority if not all of these at the same time. And then we get to what I believe is the biggest brain play Hololive Productions could have ever made. They took VTubers but made them entry level for the internet normies. Mori Calliope, Gore Gura, Takanashi Kiara, Ninomai Ina, and Amelia Watson. Hololive English Myth. September 2020, absolutely balls deep into the pandemic. These 5 began their careers under the Hololive banner. All 5 of these girls are fluent in English, so now us grotty Westerners can understand them and can finally engage. And from here, they each just take off. This is the generation I know because I'm a filthy Westerner, and am not fluent in any other languages because my 3 brain cells could not retain that level of information. An aspect I never really got into personally is that each VTuber has a backstory, usually pretty surface level, but it's the character they play and will keep up appearances when collabing with other content creators across all platforms. Hololive English being the first to really have a deep and engaging backstory for them all. Hell, Amelia Watson is actually an investigator who was investigating the other English girls who are rare mythological creatures. It's interesting to say the least, and there are some who are engaged by that kind of thing, but not my cup of tea. Now, if you're somewhat aware of VTubing and are an avid watcher of Twitch, you may be asking, bro, where's Nyan, Mouse, Kason, and Melody? Interesting timing I find with this. November 2020, VShoujo is created. VShoujo, being a VTuber company that is marketed as talent first and aids their talents with everything they could need, was created by one of the founders of Twitch, Justin Ignacio, known as The Gun Run online, and Philip Fortunate, known as Motendu online, who was actually a YouTuber before founding VShoujo.
Whoa, slow down, egghead.
You know that VTubers exist outside of the big corporations, right? yeah, VShoujo actually being entirely made up of firstly independent VTubers and bringing them under the VShoujo banner to give them streamlined support and a backing that is America-based. As VShoujo is actually also all natively English-speaking and seem to be American-based VTubers by my findings, although July last year, Kason and Nazuna joined as Japan-based VTubers. But yeah, ironmouse in the past having been Twitch's most subscribed streamer, and Goragura being the most subscribed VTuber on YouTube at 4.2 million at the time of writing goes to show that, damn, I really do wish anime girls were real. Niji Sanji also exists, but we don't talk about them. There are plenty, if not even more VTubers out there that are independent than those who are signed to one of the big VTubing companies, and they're all doing pretty well for themselves. And I'm pretty sure that VTubing's probably only going to get bigger from here.